Sziasztok! My name is Genevieve. Thank you for the introduction. It says on your schedule that this is in Hungarian, but that's the only word I know. She just taught me now. I'm sorry. So yes, we're going to do this in English, and I'll try my best to speak slowly and clearly, so hopefully you'll understand. The good news is that at Refined, we make products that are very visual and pretty, and I promise I won't mention the word Jira too many times. Yes, but our company, we were founded in 2009. We now have around 18 employees, and we only do products. So we work with META-INF, for example, who would implement our products for us. But we ourselves, we only do products. We don't offer any consulting, which is great because it means we can focus 100% of our energy into the products and especially into Refined. So all of our products are about changing the interface and the user experience of Atlassian platforms and making them a much better user experience. And now we have a top-selling product for Jira Service Desk. We also have a top-selling product for Confluence, which is our oldest product. And we also have over 4,000 customers worldwide, which is really cool. And a nice little fact is that we also, on our dev team, we're 40% women, which is quite unusual, as you will all be aware. And we have 6 different nationalities working in our company. Okay, and this is actually what we do. So this is our product for Confluence, and you saw it a little bit this morning in the Steal the Show. But yeah, in Confluence, what we do is we add your branding and we improve the navigation so that you can organize spaces. So these are spaces you see here, organized into categories which sit in your Confluence site. On Jira Service Desk, what we do is we give you the tools to be able to customize Jira Service Desk. So this is a Jira Service Desk help center. And again, you add your brand if you wish, and we give you the tools to change around the interface to add exactly the content your users need. And this is a very new product for us. So it's actually not released yet for server, but in September this year, we will have it, maybe October, you never know. But we should have it available on server. We already have it on cloud. If there are any cloud users here, we can already show you over at our booth. But this works in the same way as the other products. So you're able to, with our inbuilt tools, add your theme and change around the interface so that it's a much better user experience. Okay? So today I'm actually going to focus mostly on Jira Service Desk. And just to set the scene, I want you to all think about a recent in-store experience. So what I mean is think about a shop you might have gone to on the weekend, just this weekend gone. So it can be a supermarket, a clothing shop, a pharmacy, whatever. Just think about that shop you went to. And the first thing I want you to think about is how was the experience in that shop? So were you able to find that item that you were looking for? How long did it take you to find the item? Was it actually in the place you expected it to be? So just think about that. And then I want you to think about, once you found the item, how quick was it to then get out of the shop and go and take your kids to football or go for a run or whatever, do whatever you do on the weekend. Go and drink in those ruined bars or something. Yeah, so think about that. And then the last one I want you to think about is, if you didn't know something or you had a question about what you were looking for, were you able to find that answer? Maybe if you're looking for a new car, you might have researched online. Maybe if you couldn't find your answers, you might have then reached out to someone and to find help. So with all of these 3 things, I think we can all agree that if you had a very positive user experience, and if the speed of service was fast, and if you were able to find help when you really needed it, then you probably had a really great experience and you'll go there again. So this is exactly the same as what it's like for employees. So nowadays, this is the standard. You can no longer have a crap user experience. You can no longer have slow service, and you need to be able to provide that self-service to our customers or our employees. And here's something just to hone in on the self-service thing. So this is a quote from Forrester. They say, "Your customers want to self-serve. It's good for them and it's good for you." So if you're not already doing this, get onto it because it'll save you a hell of a lot of time and, of course, money. Yes, so this is what our employees expect today. The next question is, how do we actually create this? So how do we build this? How do we meet these expectations for our employees? So with refined products, I think we can help you out with this. So I'm going to show you some examples of how. So this is, I'm going to use this company as an example. It's called Arctic Rim. It's not real, so don't look it up. But if it were real, it would be a really cool company, I promise you. Yes, and it's a gaming company. We use it a lot in our demos. And they, of course, use Atlassian because Atlassian's the best. And this is how their Jira Service Desk Help Center looks. So I've now arrived on the Arctic Rim Help Center. And as you can see, they've implemented a lot of things that really build up this sound user experience. For example, if we talk about structure, structure is so important. So if you think about that store example, you go into a store and you're trying to figure out where the things are they where they should be? This is all about the structure. So with our products, we allow you to structure your content. So put content within your Jira Service Desk where it belongs. We also add relevance. So the HR people visiting your service desk only see content relevant to HR. Same with finance, same with IT. We have a very clean user interface. That one's obvious. And we do that with our inbuilt tool. Context, I've already mentioned. And consistency is a big one for user experience. And that is about trying to align across the board. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I should have clicked the button. But here's an example of what it would look like on the HR page, just to give you an example. And then we move on to fast service. So how can we create this fast service? So process is a big one here. We can help you out somewhat with this. This is also what Jira Service Desk can help you out a lot with. So process is just about your workflows, aligning your workflows, and little things you can do on top of that is add your answers on the page directly for your users to go and fetch them. Also with our products, so here you can see on the bottom there we have some links to knowledge base articles, so they're Confluence knowledge base articles. With our product, you can actually open them up in frame. So we're all about trying to keep everything in one page, less changing context, less wasting our users' time. All right, and the final one is self-service or self-help. So this is my favorite one in our product because what we do is we add a really kick-ass search. So on your help center, if you were to search leave, for example, you get this really nice experience. And here on the left, you get hits from knowledge base articles, which will, of course, as I mentioned before, open up in frame. You also get your requests, your normal Jira requests. And if you want, you can also add what we call recommended links. So using this search, you can also tailor the content to the context. So they might only search within the HR space and get answers for things relevant to HR. Here is an example of if we then couldn't find our answers and we needed to speak to the agent, then your users come to this really nice interface with the neat request view. Okay, so I'm going to finish off. I think I've gone way over time, sorry. But I promise this last slide, I'm just going to show you an example of one of our customers. So has anyone here heard of Klarna? Yes, there's one person, great. So Klarna it's a payment solution, or it's actually a modern day bank, a fintech sort of company. They started in 2005, and they now have 60 million customers. So these guys have gone, like they're growing like crazy. Anyway, they use us, of course, and this is what their solution looks like. So this is their Jira Service Desk Help Center. And if they search, their search works a little bit like this. Okay, so we're going to dive a little bit deeper into this tomorrow in the workshop. I'll actually show you how to build it up. And we're also going to really focus on Confluence tomorrow, if that's of interest to you. So yeah, come and join us in the workshop, or otherwise we can give you a demo at our booth. Thank you for your time.